You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here on ESPN. We are at Johnny Unitas Stadium here in Towson, Maryland. Argentina taking on China. As we take a look at the Pool E standings, you'll see Japan running away with it. Today, China and Argentina look to creep up those standings. Welcome, lacrosse fans. It's a glorious day here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. China, the 22 seed, will be taking on the 29 seed right behind me here on the big stage. It should be a terrific matchup. The 0-2 Argentina team, tough loss yesterday against Switzerland. They look to bounce back. Our player to watch today for Team Argentina, number 1, Mercedes O'Neal. She has 6 goals in this tournament with 6 shots on goal, and she leads her team. Keep your eye on her. And for Team China, number 19, Charlotte Sawicki. She has 4 goals, 4 draw controls, and is the daughter of head coach Ted Sawicki. And we'll have the opening draw for you when we come back right here on ESPN.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential.
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
safer,
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
for everyone.
And welcome back. It's an exciting day here. Look at those beautiful uniforms. We're going to take a look at our head coaches for today. Our coach from Argentina is Holly Riley. Holly McGarvey Riley played lacrosse at field hockey and Princeton. And on the other side, we have head coach Ted Sawicki in his bucket hat. Ted Sawicki, a decorated player in his own right. 3 silvers and 2 bronzes at the World Championships. As we get ready for the draw control here, Argentina had a very exciting match yesterday against Switzerland. A tough loss in overtime, but they played really, really well. They've got some momentum coming into this game. And China, a very familiar face. I've called 2 of their games. Number 15, Shannon Bergier. She is the heart and soul of this team and has had a terrific tournament so far. Just about ready to go here. It's a beautiful day. Mid-80s, nice breeze. No doubt warm on the field. And we're off. Argentina picks up that first draw control. Argentina in the beautiful Carolina blue, moving left to right on your screen, while China is in, is in the all white as they get set up on defense. Argentina on the attack. Ball wheeling around. Very deliberate so far. Nice interception. China intercepts, and there is Charlotte Sawicki moving the ball into the attacking area. We will go through some of the rule changes with you as we go into the broadcast. First and foremost, you'll notice there is no shot clock, and as each team working the ball around, taking their time. There's Shannon Brazier in with the stick check from behind. A legal stick check as Argentina recovers. And we'll head down. Looks like a successful clear here. You'll see one fan on the field. It is an 11-meter fan, different from the NCAA 12 and 8-meter fans. There's a shot and a score. Beautiful, beautiful placement for Argentina's number 8. Watch this placement, terrific camera angle here. Even better camera angle, low and to the left. Beats Amy Runyon-Wang just for the first goal of the match. Argentina takes its lead, looking to build on their momentum of playing much, much better in yesterday's game against Switzerland in the afternoon. China comes in with a record of 1-2. And they will win that draw control. Obviously an important aspect of this game is the draw control, the goalkeeper play, in my opinion, are the two biggest statistical categories. Number 5, we've seen a lot of Sandy Edwards. Nice pass, nice cut. And there's a shot. And that's side netting, folks. Argentina attempting to clear here. A successful clear as Argentina will set up. On the attack. Argentina with the ball behind cage. Very deliberate in their attacking style. They're not in a rush, which is wise. On a hot day like that, whoa, beautiful shot, tough angle on the upper 90, and that's number 9. That's Greta White from Shelburne, Vermont, USA. And we're gonna get a replay look at it. Look at this, she sees the opening on the right-hand side, quick steps. And Sandy Edwards just doesn't slide in time. And Argentina takes a 2-0 lead. China won their first game 13-7 over Switzerland. and then had a very competitive match with Haudenosaunee, but it got weather delayed. And they were only down 9-6 in the fourth quarter, so with 7 minutes to go, they really could have made a game of that one, but you can't control the weather. Here comes Shannon Brazier. She gives that ball up. And the Chinese player steps out of bounds, number 7, and while she's trying to touch the ball at the same time, Angela Zhou, it will be a turnover as Argentina, number 14, will attempt to clear. That's Maria Penaloza. Sophia Michael with the ball. Sophia successfully gives it up. When it is this hot out, it's a good idea. Oh, there's a great shot and a quick stick for Argentina. Number 22, Sophia Michael from Crofton, Maryland, not too far from here, out of Ashland University. They race out to a quick 3-0 lead as we look at the replay. One of the elements of surprise, looks like China will take a recommended timeout here. Just talking, timeout China indeed, thank you. Talking to some people about Argentina, they get some momentum and they get confidence, and they certainly are doing that in this first few minutes. Good timeout here by China just to stem the tide a little bit as we take a quick look at Coach Holly O'Reilly. If you can play lacrosse and field hockey at Princeton, you know there's some real talent and wisdom going that she is now sharing with the Argentine players. Important to stay hydrated today, as you all know. Really every single day that we have been here since opening draw, where the USA beat Canada in a scintillating, thrilling, up and down, fast-paced match. 16-11, the USA prevailed in that one. We've had a couple weather delays in the last few days. Some games were moved up yesterday, wisely so, but we're getting through it. It's an exciting time here. Thanks so much for joining us here on ESPN. 29 nations, the flags surrounding the south end of the stadium. China, some words of wisdom from Ted Sawicki to get his team back in this game. Shannon Brazier certainly knows how to do it. She plays out of Cornell, one of the other Ivy League schools here. China looking to win this draw control. And they do. There's Charlotte Sawicki, teammate. Is that Sandra Edwards? She's in. Oh, terrific defensive stick check by Argentina as they attempt to clear. We've been having a lot of whistles here, and remember, the player that fouls has to return 4 meters behind. The player with the ball must stop her feet. And the officials would like to be recognized. And that's why you hear all those whistles as Argentina comes up with that ground ball. That's number 10, Milena Isturiz. And that'll be a change of possession and more whistles. Again, waiting for the player to return behind. 4 meters, that'll be number 10 for China, taking the ball up. Jin Peng. Jin's hometown, Minneapolis, Minnesota. As China desperately wanting to get on the board here in this first quarter as we wind down. There's a nice cut. Just that Argentine defense, terrific, swarming. There's Sandra Edwards, and a nice save by the goalkeeper for Argentina. That looks like number 29 in goal, Candela Silgueira. Nice cut in front of the goal. There's a shot and a save by Silgueira. Oh, terrific cut, and she doesn't miss from that spot. Number 19, Charlotte Sawicki, getting China on the board, who trails now just 3-1 behind Argentina. It's a raucous crowd here. Look at this replay. I believe that's Mary Gormley with the feed, and a terrific pass and a nice fake by Charlotte Sawicki. Look at her switch that stick. And we are going to take a water break. So wise. It's here in the mid-Atlantic. It does get humid, so the real field temperature is always higher than the air temperature. And last time I checked, the air temperature here in Towson was 83 degrees. We're going to take a look at the growth of Women's World Championship since 1982. It warms the heart. 6 nations beginning in 1982, and look at that number for 2022, 29. And it is a real testament to the World Lacrosse Organization and also USA Lacrosse here hosting this wonderful event. If you have an opportunity, please come out. You're seeing the most elite players in the world here, and the sportsmanship has been outstanding. It is just a feel-good situation all the way around here on ESPN. Check out all of your favorite teams online. You can find everyone at womensworldlax2022.com. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the game before this. Ireland against Hong Kong, a thriller, overtime. Ireland prevailing. It is a golden goal, 4-minute overtime. First team to score will win. We'll see what happens here today. Right now, it's Argentina 3, China 1, with 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first. And there's a look at the goalkeeper. I'm glad you focused on Candela Silgueira out of Buenos Aires. She is sharing time with Guadalupe Olivia Escudero, number 20, who has had a few wrist issues being hit on the wrist with a lacrosse ball. The two of them have been doing a nice tandem job. Right now, today, it's Silgueira. And China will look to close the gap here to 3-2 with back-to-back goals. As we watch China wheel around, we look at the stat here. China's won all 5 draw controls. And Shannon Brugier will win a free position shot here. China comes in just 3 for 14 on the free position shots. No one better to take it, though, for China. Shannon Brugier, and she scores. Just one of the leaders of this team getting China back into it. It's now Argentina 3, China 2, and you can sense that lacrosse is a game of runs. And we'll look at the replay here. Shannon Brugier sneaks it past goalkeeper Candela Siguera. This is China's 4th game in pool play. As we looked at the top of the broadcast, we're in Pool E. Argentina, just their 3rd game. They do play tomorrow against the Iroquois women's national team, also known as Haudenosaunee. And there goes Shannon Brazier. I believe she's one of the leaders in draw controls in this tournament. That's a terrific cut. Ball a little bit high. The mind sometimes has the idea and then the body doesn't quite execute perfectly, but it's okay. We're all imperfect, trying to be better. China trying to tie this game right here. There's a move across. Oh, ball stick checked beautifully by Argentina. Sandy Edwards called for a foul there. Argentina, as we mentioned, coming in as a 29 seed. There's number 22 for Argentina, our goal scorer, Sophia Michael. And an unforced turnover there. When it's hot like this out today, you really want to let the ball do the work. And what we mean by that is cutters need to get open and you throw the ball 20 yards as opposed to having to cradle and run with it. Remember, we're going to play 4 15-minute quarters here. We're currently in the first, winding down. The first 3 quarters, under 30 seconds. It's a stopped clock. And in the 4th quarter, at the 2-minute mark, the clock will stop. As China sets up, looking to tie this game. Sawicki, far side. Shannon Brazier from Cornell. Ground ball, the wanted stat. Ground balls are just like a 50-50 ball. And we've seen a lot of physical play over the last couple days, but it is one of those stats you do want to win because it results in possession. Here's Brazier drawing the foul. Shannon Brazier does such a nice job in drawing the double team, and then when she is double teamed, she's smart enough to know someone's open. So here we go. Brazier, she's in. She shoots. What a save. Looks like it may have hit the post. Silguera with the save. And there's a good example of letting the ball travel 20 yards. 2 steps. And again, this is how, as we look at that replay, it does ping the post. Terrific camera work. It's a game of inches, is it not? That's why we love sport. Just a couple inches on the inside, and that's a goal. Oh, what a terrific shot by number 22. She is showing us her offensive skills. Sophia Michael. Great save. Great save by China's goalkeeper. It's a low to high shot, if you notice, with some velocity. And Amy Runyon Wang does a very nice job making that save, giving her some confidence. We got a tight one here as we wind down. 17 seconds, 3-2. Argentina in the lead. Oh, good stick check there. Terrific save as the clock winds down. An exciting first quarter here. The score, China 2, Argentina 3. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. You're watching World Lacrosse on ESPN.
Custom shirts help people feel like they're part of a team. My name is Timothy Chi, and I'm the CEO of Wedding Wire. We're very proud customers of Custom Ink. We keep coming back to Custom Ink because of the quality of the product, the customer service, and the ease of use. That moment you walk in the office and people are wearing the same gear, you feel a sense of connectedness and belonging right away. And our shirts from Custom Ink help bring us together.
Custom Ink has hundreds of products to help you feel connected. Upload your logo or start your design today at customink.com.
Udemy. No matter how you say it, it's the top online learning destination with thousands of courses.
Udemy can help you start a new career.
Or just learn something new.
What have you always wanted to learn?
Let's explore your future with Udemy. Programming websites, designing logos, presenting your ideas. Learn the skills you need from thousands of online courses. Udemy.
Top rock artist, Machine Gun Kelly.
You have the #1 rock album this year.
I just don't think anyone saw me coming.
His music sucks. He's a sellout.
People say that stuff about my dad, but you will only see one side.
That's what's so cool about music. So much that we don't have in common with each other, but when that one song comes on that we all love, we're all one.
Kelly Ripa hosts a new comedy game show, Generation Gap, premieres Thursday on ABC. Kelly Ripa hosts the family trivia game that challenges each generation.
Name this handsome model with long hair. Thor?
It's a battle of the ages. Generation Gap premieres Thursday at 9/8 Central on ABC.
This Friday.
Thor in God, protect them.
This is going to hurt.
The God of Thunder returns.
This ends now!
Thor: Love and Thunder. Rated PG-13 this Friday.
My life wasn't always like this. But I never gave up.
Cardinals, Phillies. Come celebrate the fireworks with us on Sunday Night Baseball.
And welcome back in to the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here on ESPN. We're taking a look at the beautiful Carolina blue uniforms of Argentina. They lead China 3-2 right now. We're about to start the second period. As we mentioned, the draw controls, Argentina did get one, China with 5, so they are winning. China's also doing a nice job out shooting Argentina 6-5. So we'll continue to watch the back and forth of what, the statistics are. But as you would imagine, it's close. Both teams have 4 ground balls. A lot of intensity you'll see on those faces out there. This means a lot to them, and there's always something special when you play for your country, and you can hear it in the stands, the fans. Sport unites, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm really excited to be here with all of you today as we begin the second quarter. Shannon Brazier, Sandy Edwards with the draw control win, China with the win. Make that 6 for them. Still trailing by 1 goal. Charlotte Sawicki drops the ball behind cage. There's a shot and a score. That's twice now. China has done a nice job. Hannah Bond gets that ball to number 19, Charlotte Sawicki, as things are tied up. Eyes always up for the person behind the cage throwing. That's a beautiful pass and a goal. Charlotte Sawicki and Fuego today here on the field. We profiled her at the top of the broadcast. Head coach Ted Sawicki's daughter, also a younger sister, Phoebe, plays lacrosse as well. Lacrosse royalty. Dad Ted Sawicki is also in the Canadian National Hall of Fame for lacrosse. Here we go. Another draw control won by China. Argentina doing their very best. Here comes the wheel around and a shot, and the bounce shot goes in. And that is none other than Shannon Brazier, a name we've called multiple times. I've had the pleasure of calling games for China 3 now, and Shannon Brazier has been instrumental in every single one of them. She's doing it in the draw control circle, and she's doing it on the scoring end. China goes up 4-3. 12 minutes to go here in the second. Argentina will look to answer. 3v3 in the draw control in the middle of the restraining area. That's where the fight goes for the ground ball. It is a very important part of the game and fun to watch, I think. As Shannon Brazier is just excellent at draw control. And she's in, and that's Mary Gormley says, "Give me that." And that's a rocket from Mary Gormley. Take a look at the replay here. How many seconds is this? 3? 5? The fastest game on 2 feet, and this is why. Gormley sees Broadway, and she takes it. And guess where that shot was? If you're teaching your young girls at home, non-stick side on a goalkeeper, it's hard to get that crosshead back over to the other side. So you're always shooting waist high on a goalkeeper where the non-stick side is. 5 unanswered goals. That's how you get back in and take the lead. China 5, Argentina 3. See the ground ball fight. It's a battle of attrition many times. Heavy pressure from the Chinese right now. Can't push from behind. A lot of times players will turn around and get that push call, as Argentina did there. Number 14 for Argentina, Maria Penaloza out of Weston, Florida. Here comes Argentina flying in on the right-hand alley. Maria. Picked up by number 1, Mercedes O'Neal from Manchester, United Kingdom, looking to calm things down. 5 straight goals for China's Sophia. Relax. Leading her team. Calm down, we got this. Number 16, Aylin Lloyd with the ball. There's a screen and a move, and here comes a shot. Oh, wide left. But a really good opportunity there. That's number 9, Greta White from Shelburne, Vermont. She did a terrific job of doing what, folks? Creating space for herself. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to execute ball in the back of the net. Not easy. Not easy against number 35, Amy Runyon Wang. She's having a good tournament. She's in. And there's a goal. That being said, it's very difficult to stop point-blank shots. And number one, Mercedes O'Neal. Oh man, she gets Argentina back in this game. Watch this replay. Good, quick change of speed. We have a good one brewing here, the 22 seed. And we do have a new Argentina goalie. I was told that in the last game they switched out back and forth pretty regularly. That looks like number 4. That's Alejandra de Jesus. And Brugier will look to test the new Argentine goalkeeper, de Jesus. Edwards to Gormley, to Sawicki, back behind cage, to Brazier. Here comes Brazier. Shannon doing just a terrific job. And there, I believe, is a card, a yellow card, as the Argentine player trots off the field. Number 20, that's Guadalupe Escudero. Okay, free position shot. Shannon Brazier against De Jesus. And Shannon's gonna pull it out. And there's a shot. Nice save by De Jesus. She takes a cross check. Yeah, beautiful steal to get the ball back for China. Must be aware of that. You get your 4 meters, but once the whistle blows, you need eyes in the back of your head there. Sandy Edwards with the ball. Gormley circling, probing, waiting for cutters. And an errant pass, and Argentina is headed the other way. As we take a look at Argentina here, the Argentina women's national field hockey team is playing today, currently in the World Cup for field hockey. The first time 2 Argentine national teams are playing on the same day. Maybe not the first time, but it's exciting that both teams are playing today as the Field Hockey World Cup is going on, and I'm aware of that as a friend of mine plays for Germany, so very exciting. It's just these World Cup games just bring together the entire world, and it's something kind of that we need. And we're all outside and we're playing again. Also have to point that out. It wasn't too long ago that we were all in sort of a different headspace, and so it's really nice to be here to call these games with all the great people from ESPN and all the tech people and the trucks, everybody doing their very best to bring you the best action here on ESPN. China leads draw controls 9-2. Ground balls are tied at 5. China has 6 turnovers to Argentina's 4. And each goalkeeper has 2 saves apiece. So very exciting. And the goalie change is working for Argentina as number 4, De Jesus, is in. And here we go with Argentina on the attack. Number 1, Mercedes O'Neal. Sandy Edwards pressing out on her. A possible double team coming by Brugier. They've got their eye on Mercedes O'Neal. As we mentioned, she leads the team in scoring for Argentina. Sophia Michael, as a result, has been having a good day today. Looks like a face guard right now from my perspective on Mercedes O'Neal. They're just not going to let her be the one to beat them. Make it very difficult for her. Free position shot coming up here for Sophia Michael out of Crofton, Maryland, and Ashland University. Sophia, I get a sense she's going to go right for cage, where Amy Runyon-Wang awaits. And a save made low. Good velocity on the shot by Michael. Argentina picks up the ground ball. Look at that, good velocity and a terrific save. For all those young players out there, spend a lot of time on your free position shot skills. There's lots of things you can do from that spot. Shoot from there, as Sophia Michael did. And Argentina is in and draws a foul again. Nicely done. That would be number 9, Greta White, out of Shelburne, Vermont. You get space, and then you draw fouls. Jin Peng from China on that foul. Let's see if Greta will go right to cage. She'll turn. Tremendous defense by China. Ashley Shen committed the foul there, also from Erin, Ontario, Canada. Oh, terrific shot and a score. Beautifully done. That's number 18 for Argentina getting on the board. Sofia Mayorel from Capital Federal Buenos Aires. And we're all tied up here, folks. Maybe we'll have an overtime game like the last one that was here. I know I mentioned that Switzerland and Argentina, as we take a look at this goal, terrific catch. Got to catch that ball first before she can score. She does a nice job there. Again, number 18, Sophia. Five all, back to the draw control we go. Shannon Brugier. It's been very stout. Here comes a ground ball. Look at Brugier keep working. And that, folks, is why she's probably up there in the top 10 in this tournament in draw controls, I would guess. Beanie Colson and from Italy, and also Colleen Owen are up there. I remember from yesterday. If you're winning draw controls, folks, you're winning possessions. And without a shot clock, you have a bit of an advantage. As China will wheel the ball around and try to break this tie. 2 minutes to go till halftime. Sandy Edwards in. Double team, beautiful cut. Gormley in, and Gormley scores. Mary Gormley gets on the board, and China is now spreading and sharing the rock and goal scores as a result, making it very difficult to just shut out or face guard one player. As we see on this replay, Gormley, so tough, does a nice job of keeping the ball in her cross. So often, players are losing it, getting bumped around. Not Mary Gormley, not there. China takes a 6-5 lead. Number 22, Sophia Michael, back in the draw control against Shannon Bergier. Sandy Edwards, one of the faster players for China, has had a great tournament. Seems to always be around the ball. Bergier, Gormley, working it around. Sawicki. "27 seconds. Bergier takes a look at the stadium clock. Bergier looking for help. He's going to get a foul call there to keep possession. That foul on number 11, Dulcie Melgarejo. And there's a shot and a score. What a terrific 5 seconds to go. China capitalizes beautifully, holding the ball for the last 30 seconds and then scoring to take the lead with 4 seconds left to go as we take a look at the replay. Again, Mary Gormley, back-to-back goals. Argentina has 5 different goal scorers as well. Back to the center circle we go, resetting the clock to 3 seconds. Can you score in 3 seconds in lacrosse? You bet you can. I have seen it. Fastest game on 2 feet. So much fun to watch, so much fun to play. And there is your halftime horn, friends. China has the lead 7-5. Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after this break, right here on ESPN.
Yo, do you know? I've seen it all before. Let's go, Tiger. Just a shot from the bended knee. My main man, Money the King. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like Ja Morant? No, you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field
can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
Would you give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential?
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
And welcome back into the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship. We've got a 7-5 barn burner, China in the lead. Please stay with us. We'll be right back here on ESPN.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Want a new Honda with 1.9% financing? Truckloads of Honda cars and SUVs are arriving daily. Pick the model, color, and equipment and get financing from 1.9% at your local Honda dealer today.
At Great Lakes Brewing Company, we're raising a toast to what can be with the new crush-worthy low-cal citrus wheat. So pucker up and get ready for a big, beautiful kiss of citrus from your new main squeeze. Raise your glass, raise your expectations, lower your calories. Because Crushworthy is brewed to never weigh you down. Crafted to quench, crafted for you, crafted to crush.
Once I did tell my story, the whole world knew about it.
We're still fighting for equality. We're still fighting for respect.
We get a chance to play something that we've always wanted to play.
I was sitting at a red light, and I don't remember nothing else till I woke up in the hospital. My name's Carl, and I was injured by a tractor and trailer.
Carl was paralyzed from the waist down because a truck driver wasn't paying attention.
If it wasn't for Dina, I wouldn't have my truck. I wouldn't have my track chair. She just took care of everything that had to be done.
That's what makes us different, and that's why people call Colombo Law. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for Dina.
Applebee's late night, because half off is just more fun. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Kelly Ripa hosts the family trivia game that challenges each generation.
Name this handsome model with long hair.
Thor?
It's a battle of the ages. Generation Gap premieres Thursday at 9/8 Central on ABC.
This Friday.
You can't protect them. This is going to hurt.
The God of Thunder returns.
This ends now!
Thor: Love and Thunder. Rated PG-13 this Friday.
How was your bath? If I win, you get to stay up.
Here we go.
Yes.
Rooting for Dad. You just want to stay up late. Yeah.
Nintendo Switch is our way to play. Games rated E to E10+.
Custom shirts help people feel like they're part of a team. My name is Timothy Chi, and I'm the CEO of Wedding Wire. We're very proud customers of Custom Ink. We keep coming back to Custom Ink because of the quality of the product, the customer service, and the ease of use. That moment you walk in the office and people are wearing the same gear, you feel a sense of connectedness and belonging right away. And our shirts from Custom Ink help bring us together.
Custom Ink has hundreds of products to help you feel connected. Upload your logo or start your design today at customink.com. As you get ready for what's next, you think about what really matters and what it means to be connected to everyone around you, to your community. We want to make the most of these moments, these new memories, together. And custom gear from Custom Ink can help. We've developed new tools to make it easy to create custom products and get them to everyone, whether you're together now or still apart. Custom Ink has hundreds of products to help you feel connected. Upload your logo or start your design today at customink.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Are we ready?
Let's get started. That's an off. Good.
Ah, that's what I've been this whole time.
Wisdom.
Chiffon.
Top rock artist, Machine Gun Kelly.
You have the #1 rock album this year.
I just don't think anyone saw me coming.
His music sucks. He's a sellout.
People say that stuff about my dad, but you will only see one side.
That's what's so cool about music. So much that we don't have in common with each other, but when that one song comes on that we all love, we're all one.
Kelly Ripa hosts a new comedy game show, Generation Gap, premieres Thursday on ABC.
Cardinals, Phillies, come celebrate the fireworks with us on Sunday Night Baseball.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at halftime right now. China leading 7-5 here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. And welcome. It's been a terrific game so far. Very close, as you would imagine. The stats are close. China ahead by 2. The draw controls right now, where China is really having their way, but at the same time, scores tied. So it doesn't always mean that you're going to win the game. So China up 7-5, and let's take a look at why. And that is mostly Shannon Brazier, number 15. She plants one lower right-hand side on the Argentina goalkeeper there. And a big reason why China is leading right now. And for Team Argentina, it's Greta White. Greta, number 9, just you could see her, that was a terrific shot. That angle, not easy, but she gets it done for Argentina. Take a quick look at the stats here, and we mentioned those draw controls with China ahead 11-3, but otherwise everything else is pretty darn tight. It's been a very competitive, enjoyable first half. Exactly what you want as a fan when you're at home watching. So we're going to bring you the second half when we come back. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championships here on ESPN.
We want the gold medal. We've been dreaming of it our entire lives. But this summer, we want more. We have an opportunity together to change the sport and women's athletics for the better. The eyes of the lacrosse community will be on us. Never has this sport been more popular. Never has this platform been bigger. So what's this about? A team of talented women with a shared goal. Inspiring a new generation, one whose identity is a sense of pride and not a limitation. Relentlessly pursuing equity in our sport and beyond, we want the greatness of all women's athletes to shine. The world will be watching. Let's put on a show. This is more than a medal. Are you with us?
Fasten your seatbelt.
The game you've always loved just found a new gear.
Introducing World Lacrosse Sixes.
speed in scoring,
tempo in transition,
athleticism in action.
It's big-time energy packed onto a smaller playing surface.
It's the game you've always loved, brought to you at warp speed.
It's lacrosse on the Autobahn.
Don't blink. This is World Lacrosse Sixes.
I've travelled all over, telling folks they could save by bundling home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. We just had a moment.
Geico.
Want a new Honda with 1.9% financing? Truckloads of Honda cars and SUVs are arriving daily. Pick the model, color, and equipment and get financing from 1.9% at your local Honda dealer today.
I was sitting at a red light, and I don't remember nothing else till I woke up in the hospital. My name's Carl, and I was injured by a tractor and trailer.
Carl was paralyzed from the waist down because a truck driver wasn't paying attention.
If it wasn't for Dina, I wouldn't have my truck, I wouldn't have my track chair. She just took care of everything that had to be done.
That's what makes us different, and that's why people call Colombo Law. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for Dina.
I love this tempo. Let's take it up another level. More urgency.
You got no idea what you're doing here.
This is a delicate ecosystem, and it's held together by a shared history and love.
Chicago, am I right?
We want to change this restaurant, right? We have to change the chemistry.
Yo, family's up.
I just never had plátanos with, like, grass on it.
FX is The Bear. All episodes now streaming only on Hulu.
At Great Lakes Brewing Company, we're raising a toast to what can be with the new Crushworthy Low-Cal Citrus Wheat. So pucker up and get ready for a big, beautiful kiss of citrus from your new main squeeze. Raise your glass, raise your expectations, lower your calories. Because Crushworthy is brewed to never weigh you down. Crafted to quench, crafted for you, crafted to crush.
Applebee's late night, because half off is just more fun. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Cardinals, Phillies. Come celebrate the fireworks with us on Sunday Night Baseball.
And welcome back. You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here on ESPN. Our score, China 7, Argentina 5, as we start the third quarter here, as we look at the flags of part of the 29 nations that are here at Towson University. Elite women athletes and fans and everyone enjoying lacrosse here today. Hope you are as well. Happy holiday to our American viewers for the 4th of July weekend. As we get a quick look at Argentine's co-coach, Argentina, Nicholas Prandi. And there's Bergier and Sophia Michael, and we're off and running in this second half. And that will be a foul. Oh, she will get carded for that. Why? Close to the head. Or, I'm sorry, I think she hit her in the head. Anytime your cross goes near the head or shoulder area, you will go to the penalty box, as Sandy Edwards will. And fouled was number 10, Milena Isturiz. Look at the replay there. Oh, indeed. There was contact to the head. Remember, they're not wearing armor out there, folks. The officials have to take care of the players. And as a player, you're responsible to not use your cross to injure the other player or touch their head or anywhere in that upper body area above the shoulders, head and neck. There's a nicely deflected pass by China as Shannon Brazier comes up. Good ground ball here as Argentina fights for it. Shannon Brazier does a nice job of distributing it out of trouble. She's often closely guarded, rightly so. And that's Mary Gormley waiting as China will set up for the first possession attack here in the third quarter. Been a really good game so far. A competitive game here in Pool E play. I'll remind you, there's no shot clock in international lacrosse. It's 10v10, not 12v12 like in the NCAA. But for the most part, 6v6 inside the restraining lines, it is similar. Gormley behind cage. Sawicki, one of the things that, the reason you want to do this, working the ball around, wheeling it around, is sharpen your stick skills on attack, but you move the defense. And when you're in possession and moving a defense, they get tired. And on a day like today, every little bit matters. And a tired defense will matter. Although Argentina's only played 2 games, China has played 3. This is their 4th game. They look like they're in good shape, though. Everybody does. Probing, penetrating, looking for the open cutters. And there's a shot and a score. That's Jin Peng for China. That was just a beautiful execution of their offense and what we call finishing. Jin Peng. Always like to mention about Jin Peng. She's a clinician for the USA Lacrosse and is committed to growing the game in underrepresented areas. Thank you, Jin Peng. Watch Jin Peng circle around here, and now she cuts. She sees the opening. Terrific bounce shot in. Gorgeous. See that velocity on that? And we still welcome back and De Jesus into goal, number 4. She had a very strong second quarter. Back to the draw control circle we go. 3v3 inside the restraining lines. Ball over the head to be legal. And there goes Shannon Brazier. It's interesting because I was wondering, she kicked the ball, and I believe it's legal now in the in the NCAA. You can kick the ball, but not in international play. You cannot advance it with your foot. So there is the call. Referee showing us why exactly. And Argentina on the clear. That looks like number 9, Greta White, getting a nice, not nice, a foul to the head, which we just discussed, right? We know why. Mary Gormley, I believe, number 28, is headed into the penalty box. And that means Argentina will be a woman up. They're looking to reduce this 3-goal deficit here. Number 9, Greta White from Shelburne, Vermont. Argentina. Ooh, push from behind not called. Shannon Brazier is wondering why that wasn't a foul, I think. Argentina maintains possession. Beautiful cut in front. Shooting space violation there, and that'll be a free position shot for the aforementioned Greta White. Argentina trailing by 3. Let's see if she goes directly to cage. She does. And there's a shot and a score. Greta White, upper 90, beating the Chinese goalkeeper, Amy Runyon Wang. As we take a look at some of the fans in a replay here. Just accurate placement, folks. There's going to be traffic. I believe that was a triple team on Greta White, and she was able to fight through it and still accurately place the ball in the upper 90. Greta White will take the draw control here. Not so for China, the same. Shannon Brazier, who has dominated the draw control. And it works. Head coach Holly Riley sends in Greta White to take the draw control, and Argentina wins it. As Greta White picks that up. China was offsides there. Hannah Bond. Argentina. Looks like another card coming out. It's getting very physical out there. That's number 11 for China heading to the bench. That's Yuling Yu. And Argentina will be warming up here. First, a free position shot for very much the star of the show right now for Argentina. Sophia Michael, the midfielder out of Crofton, Maryland. She will set. Will she go to cage? Argentina trails by 2. She'll pull it out. There are some reasons why you do that as well. Many set pieces off of pulling it out on a free position shot. Wow, that's what we call good defense, folks. A great stick check from behind. You have to sort of have eyes in the back of the head. Pull that cradle in front of you so the defender can't stick check it out of bounds. And here comes China. Hannah Bond with the ball now for China as they set up with their leader, Shannon Brazier. China's goal scoring has pretty much been Brazier, Sawicki, and Gormley, whereas Argentina has really spread the wealth as far as scoring goes. Looks like we're going to have one more water break. Actually, we'll have several throughout the game, and we should. It's so important to hydrate in weather like this. It's warm here in Towson, Maryland. More importantly, it's humid, which makes that weather feel even hotter. Let's take a look at the teams competing, but still good sportsmanship. Beautiful, beautiful capture. Shannon Brazier. I saw another example of that when the defeated team, I believe it was Colombia, cheering Italy. Italy had lost, but yet they sang, clapped and sang to them, basically saying, Italia, Italia, Italia. It just gave me chills. Sportsmanship is important, and they discuss it every day here at Johnny Unitas Stadium and all throughout the complex here. If you haven't made it out here yet and you're within 50 miles or whatever, it's worth a couple-hour drive for me to watch what's going on here. Please do. We still have a week, 7 more days of awesome lacrosse ahead. Thanks for joining us here on ESPN Plus today to watch this matchup, China versus Argentina. And a nice reminder that Argentina is woman up right now. There's a shot of Yuling Yu in the penalty box. She will serve her time and then sprint back on the field as Argentina looks to move the ball up into the attacking area where they can enjoy the woman up situation. Pushed out of bounds, not a foul. If you run out of bounds on your own, it will be a change of possession. Number 14 for Argentina, Maria Penaloza out of Weston, Florida. Familiar with the Heat, I'm sure. Greta White. For Argentina, still currently in possession of the ball on the far side of the field. It was an attempted pass. Cutter wasn't able to catch the ball, and China clears. Back to 6v6. Brazier to Gormley, to Sandy Edwards. Looks like Sawicki on that far side. Wow, what a goal. Did you see that catch? Outstanding. Charlotte Sawicki. That was one of the best catches I've seen, and somehow is able accurately to put that ball in the back of the net. Let's take a look. Wow. She's able to quick stick it as she's falling to the ground and gets that ball by De Jesus, the Argentine goalkeeper. Number 19, Charlotte Sawicki, takes a breather. Back to the draw control we go, where Shannon Brazier has been dominant, and she wins another one as China looks to build on a 9-6 lead. It's a critical time for Argentina, and with 4 minutes to go to to stop China's goal scoring and to get some goals themselves. Bergier behind the goal. Bergier, oh, she's in. What a save by De Jesus, point blank range. Bergier not changing levels there. Typically Shannon will change levels, and what I mean by that is fake high, go low. A goalkeeper, a good goalkeeper, will see your stick high, and if you don't fake, then it will be that much easier for the goalkeeper to predict where you're going to shoot. Be deceptive in your shot making. Argentina, far side, looking to cut this deficit to 2. Greta White with 2 goals on the day. And again, 5 different goal scorers for Argentina. Beautiful stick check from behind from China, but right there to pick it up is number 23 for Argentina. That's Brisa Melgarejo. And she will have a free position shot. And she's in. She is stick checked. Fairly easy save for Amy Runyon Wang as she clears the ball for China. Think lacrosse is physical. Legal contact though, no foul. That's one of the reasons you'll see Charlotte North wind up and shoot from that spot. It takes time to take 3 or 4 steps, and what happens is people catch up to you in the name of defenders, like you saw there. One of the things that's special about Charlotte North is I think she has the fastest shot in all of women's lacrosse. And so she can do that from the 11-meter spot and still score. It's not easy to do, but she can do it because of the velocity at which she shoots. Here comes Shannon Bergier. Plays at Cornell. Team leader. Calling out number 1. Whatever that play is, she just called for it. Gormley up top. Cutter's moving. Bergier. Oh, Bergier's in. And she shoots and scores. Play number 1. Check. It works. Shannon Bergier puts China back in front. Another goal. They've been in front for a while now, and they extend their lead to 10-6. Replay here. Shannon Bergier. Her speed right here is what gives her the advantage. She beats player 1 and 2, and now she shoots and scores. So many different ways to create space for yourself. One of the joys of watching, as an American, the USA, is their quick feet on defense. You just don't beat them that easily, and right there, you can see how Shannon Bergier uses her speed to beat defenders. Just one of the many ways. Argentina wins this ground ball, had won that ground ball, and they will get it back. Greta White with 2 goals already today. Has been a real force today, as well as the ball carrier right now, Sophia Michael. Look at that pressing defense by Jin Peng of China. at the whistle. Let's see what they do clockwise here as the time expired. Okay. All right, China is in the lead 10-6. The clock is expired. You're watching Women's World Lacrosse here on ESPN. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? Well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Okay.
Request to come ashore.
Geico.
At Great Lakes Brewing Company, we're raising a toast to what can be with the new Freshworthy Low-Cal Citrus Wheat. So pucker up and get ready for a big, beautiful kiss of citrus from your new main squeeze. Raise your glass, raise your expectations, lower your calories. Because Crushworthy is brewed to never weigh you down. Crafted to quench, crafted for you, crafted to crush.
Now's the time to invest with the best. Honda cars have been awarded with the best resale value. This means Hondas retain their value better than 95% of other models. And you get more for your Honda trade-in. Buying a Honda could be better than investing in stocks or gold. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Once I did tell my story, the whole world knew about it. It's beyond me. It's beyond sports.
We're still fighting for equality. We're still fighting for respect.
We really pioneered the beginning of female esports.
That is the sisterhood with a capital S.
They just felt like we get a chance to play something that we've always wanted to play.
It's all about making the path as clear as possible so that way women can thrive.
The truth is, after a truck crash, the odds are stacked against you, especially when you take on a large trucking company and their insurance companies. You only get one chance to do this right, and you have to make it count. Hire the team that knows what it takes to get the job done and done right. At Colombo Law, we are truck injury lawyers. It's what we do every day. When someone is hurt by a truck, Colombo Law is the law firm people call to get answers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
My life wasn't always like this. But I never gave up.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championships, and you're looking at downtown Baltimore, the beautiful Baltimore Inner Harbor, about 25 miles south of here in Towson, Maryland, at Towson University. We're going to take a quick look at the Pool E standings, and Japan somewhat running away with it. China and Argentina looking to get back and creep up, and later tonight will be Haudenosaunee and Switzerland at 7 p.m. And there's a very happy number 15, Shannon Bergier. She's doing what she loves, as are all of these players. There is joy in their faces. You should have seen the Ireland faces at the end of their game when they won in golden goal overtime. Piling on of bodies, joy supreme. Back to the draw control circle we go. Bergier against Greta White of Argentina. As we start the fourth quarter, bodies flying. The competition is intense. We mentioned Argentina had a tough overtime loss yesterday against Switzerland, but they played well. And they've played well today, only trailing China by 4 here. China comes in at 1-2, 1 win, 2 losses. Oh, a beautiful shot to score there. The cutter wide open, and De Jesus tries to cut down the angle of stepping out, but it's too late. Great shot to score by number 3 for China, Chen Yuan. And a great feed by Hannah Bond on the assist. As China's starting to show, we've got other people who can score besides Brazier, Gormley, Sawicki. Well played. Back to the draw control. A rare loss by Shannon Brazier. Greta White doing a nice job in her role as draw control specialist. There's Sophia Michael out of Crofton, Maryland. Sophia has a goal in the day today. The double team by China. China playing excellent defense. Jin Peng called for the foul there. And Greta White will take her position on the 11-meter fan. And Greta White shoots and scores. Beautifully done. As the Chinese defenders collapsed on her, Greta able to get that ball in accurate position down low to score. We'll take a look at the accuracy of that shot. Velocity, downward shot, bounce shot off the leg of Amy Runyon Wang. As we look at the Argentina supporters in the very familiar Carolina and white stripes of number 10, Diego Maradona. Argentina, fantastic soccer program. Back to the draw control circle we go. Brazier, White. And we can see part of the reason why Shannon Brazier is so good, just physically a presence. Yard sale, as they like to say, over in the men's sport, when the lacrosse stick goes flying off of a stick check. Officials gather here. And we're back. Chen Yuan for China. Take her time. The 4-goal lead here in the 4th quarter. I remind you, no shot clock. And with 2 minutes to go, clock will stop. Argentina's got to start thinking about getting turnovers and getting goals to get back in this game. Plenty of time to do so. Hannah Bond behind the cage. Gormley working it around. Brazier clearing out for Brazier. And she'll give it up. Charlotte Sawicki with the ball. Get the sense that Brazier is going to go right by her defender as they clear out. Not yet. She's surveying, looking to connect with Gormley. Unfortunately, a little high on that pass. Here comes Argentina. Oh, beautiful, elegant running, and a shot just high. Number 1, Mercedes O'Neal beautiful. Really is a beautiful game to watch. Mercedes opted not to pass that ball up to the open player. She's got to be winded. That was about a 75-yard jaunt. And here comes Michael, just missing the bounce shot left. But Argentina maintains possession. They've now had two good attempts on goal, looking for a third. Just under 9 minutes. Oh, there's Greta White. 3 attempts. Here comes attempt number 4. China doing a terrific job defensively. Another good example. Great cut. Nope, she stepped on the line. Unfortunately, Lourdes Otero out of Rawson Chubut, Argentina, turns the ball over by stepping on the line. Just a small error. Again, people wonder why that's a foul. Imagine a bubble around every player's head. The cross cannot penetrate that bubble. Easier said than done. That looks like Jin Peng moving into the attack. Sandy Edwards, beautiful, great pass and great save by De Jesus of Argentina, firing up the crowd as Greta White transitions. Can she be stopped? No, Greta White on the score. The shot, the score by Greta White. I believe the Argentine fans just encouraged her straight to goal. My goodness. Watch this save by De Jesus, point blank. Stick high, great high save, and the distribution to Greta White. Greta White was, I am going, no one is going to stop me. And sure enough, she gets in. What speed by Greta White. Out of Shelburne, Vermont, Greta keeps Argentina in this game. 7 minutes ago, plenty of time. Pat on the back by co-head coach Nicholas Prandy. A water break here, I believe. Could be a timeout from China. Thank you, it's a water break. And look at the Argentine fans. I love it. It's been so fun broadcasting because no matter where I am, on my right is Sweden, on my left is Italy, and you get to hear the country's chants, and that's why you should come out and watch this awesomeness that's happening right here in front of us. 29 nations all around the world, lacrosse in our backyard. And tonight, some A-pool action on this field, which has been so fun to watch. Scotland versus Australia at 5, and then my dark horse for the tournament, England versus Canada at 8 p.m. And I will tell you, Canada, Dana Dobbie had the goal of the tournament for me. Still, so far. Now, I've only seen so many goals, but in opening night, a shovel shot, completely blind, her back to the goal. If you haven't seen it, you must see it. And it's really been fun. A lot of players can, you know, shoot low to high or behind the back. It's part of what makes this game so fun. You guys are amazing. Look at this. Watch this, folks. Dana Dobbie. I mean, I could watch that 10 times. Here we go, one more time. Goodness gracious, the veteran Canadian national team player, and she feels it. That was a really good game, folks. Back and forth, the pace of that opening night game, you know, is exactly what I expected, and that is what makes this game so fun to watch. The fastest game on 2 feet. And we go back to the draw control circle here, the final 7 minutes. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen. 3-goal difference here. China in the lead. And Argentina gets another possession, a draw control 1. I tell you what, Greta White has been sensational in the draw control circle so far. And she just took over duties recently in this second half, I believe. That's Sophia Michael. Working. Drawing the foul. Sophia Michael has been outstanding at doing that today. She will get a free position shot. Wang is set. Michael in. Michael ducks. And Michael shoots and scores! Beautiful! Did you see all those fakes, young ones out there watching? We're gonna get to see a replay. I think there were 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And that's how you score goals. Be deceptive in your shot making. Down, up, down. And Argentina, back in this game, cuts the deficit to 2. And to the draw control circle we go. I love the draw control circle because it really keeps each team, depending on the score, within a reasonable amount. You can win a draw control score, win a draw control score within 3 seconds. Let's see what happens here. And yes, indeed, Argentina wins the draw control. Pressured heavily by Brazier. Oh, you can feel the tension on the field right now. Look at the wheels from Argentina. Number 14, the speed, Maria Penaloza. Oh, the Argentine fans, I can hear them from up here. Can they cut the deficit to 1? Here comes Michael. Michael's around. Oh, great pass to Greta White. Greta White probing. White is in. Oh, she switches to her left. White, good defense. Oh, there's an easy stick, quick stick. Beautiful eyes, head up on the assist by number 8. And the goal, indeed, by number 10. Milena Isturiz. And indeed, Argentina cuts the lead to 1. Watch this replay. Again, White heavily marked. White deflected. Move the ball. And there's the open player. Makes it look simple. Great stick check from behind by Sandy Edwards of China. And then a miscommunication on the defensive marking. 3:45, the clapping, the standing. And that's a huge draw control. Sandy Edwards wins that one. Brazier to Edwards. Sandy Edwards brings it in. No shot clock now. China will take their time with the 1-goal lead. Catch their breath. When they needed a draw control most, Shannon Brazier from China comes up with it. There's still a ton of time left, and I remind you, with 2 minutes, the clock will stop on every whistle. In a game this close, it matters. Argentina content to let China pass the ball around. Starting to Oh, that's an unfortunate foul. Again, I believe that's number 1, Mercedes O'Neal. And again, the cross in and around the head. You'll see the replay here up tight. And that's, again, just imagine that bubble around the head. That cross penetrated, even if it's on the backside, it's still a foul. The Argentine defense is going to have to come up big here. China, woman up. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go. The clock will run down until 2 minutes, and then there will be stoppage. Not a time to panic for the Argentine defense. Beautifully played there by Argentina. Charlotte Sawicki in. Brugier searching, probing, cutters. So shooting space violation on Argentina. And that will be Hannah Bond on the free position mark. Now we're under 2 minutes, folks. I don't believe Hannah will shoot here. When you're goal up, depends on what Coach Sawicki wants to do. She will pass it to the team leader there. No surprise there. Get the ball in Brugier's stick. Gormley. Number 3, Chen-Yu Wan, also on the pitch. Sawicki cuts in front. Brugier's in. 1:30 to go. Argentina's got to consider. Here we go. There's the signal from the defensive player. Press. We've got to press. It's very challenging to do when you're woman down. That's why that foul was crucial for Argentina. Ooh, that's a daring play by Brugier. Play it that far back. 47 seconds. I like that call. Sometimes it looks like the attacker is ducking their head. Into the stick, which is not easy to avoid. China still working the ball around. Argentina has to find a way to press out. 20 seconds to go. I'm sure their legs are weary. It's warm out there. Oh, Argentina, what a great match you played. And there's the final horn. That foul was just, by Argentina, was really just too much to overcome as they were a woman down trying to press out. And China comes up with the victory. And the second consecutive one-goal loss for Argentina. Very difficult, but Coach Riley will spin it hopefully in a positive way. China with the victory here today. With 11 goals as we head out. Argentina 10. Please tune in tonight for some Pool A play. You've been watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championships here on ESPN.